Hello there, people out in the YouTube world. I am outside of my house about to paint some rocks. Are they dry? So I just painted them a little while ago. Putting, it's not really yellow, it's deep yellow dots on top of there. There, that's focusing in. I got to do the other side of them. And I thought, as the lighting's better out here and it's cooler out here, and so this is where I'm sitting to see the people that are walking by my neighborhood, see what's going on. Lucy already came by for a couple of cookies. She got underneath my table thinking there was something under there for her. I'm like, God, get dog. She's a little blonde colored dog. So I cleaned a preschool today that I clean usually about twice a year, right before school starts. I psyched myself out for it last night because it is so big and it's been hot here, and although the preschool has some form of air conditioning, only a couple of the rooms have ceiling fans, so it's kind of like suffocating. I went through, I think, 7 shirts today, just cleaning that carpet. And then when I was done and I had to go bring the bill into the pastor's assistant, the pastor was there too, and I was in a tank top. I was like, okay, I wear sleeves when I'm working because I gotta wipe the sweat off as it comes down my face. But once I'm done working, TANKTOP, and I was like some like wife beater gray tank top when I was looking, and they both looked at me like, oh. In the church, I was just in the church office though. It was hot, and they knew what I had just done. It was fun. I mean, I get into this like little dance mode, and when I clean the preschool, plus I'm on church grounds. It's a church preschool, and there's a lot of GOD going around in there. And I know most of the teachers, and I know the administration people, although the main secretary just retired. But she stopped by, they have a thrift store, and she stopped by, and I was taking a break in the alley so I could breathe and drink a little. I brought a mini Pepsi with me, and it was giving me like, I just brought that so I could get a little sugar high to finish. And she stopped by, and I'm like, where? I know what kind of car she drives. She wasn't there. I said, where's your car? She said she had to bring stuff for the thrift store. She had first told me she was going to the thrift store, and then I said, where's your car? And she said, oh, I was bringing stuff to the thrift store. I said, oh, I thought you were going to the thrift store to like buy yourself some bras and panties. Instead, you're bringing your own bras and panties to drop off. Oh, it's in Coronado, so the thrift store. I actually cleaned the thrift store, and it still has the same thrift store stuff that you would get in Point Loma at the Goodwill. It's not like, designer jeans or anything. It's just nice and small, and you get the little place to yourself, and it's cute. And it helps support whatever the thrift store helps support at the church. Anywho, I got that done. I went on a walk, and I'm going to make ground turkey burgers. So I think if I have anything else further to say, I will record from the kitchen. But I went on a walk to Balboa Park, and I was going to go all the way down to Park Boulevard to finish my walk. And instead, I turned at Richmond Street. My body just said turn. I drank 3/4 of my water, and I still had 3 miles to walk home. I need to carry an extra bottle of water in this heat. But water is essential for me. Although, I have a case where my phone is. My phone is in a case. And behind my case, I always have 2 $5 bills that sits behind the phone in the case. And that's in case I need something that's, under $10. Like, Christmas lights just turned on out here, but you can't see them. Like an Uber ride tip, and I don't have any cash on me, you know what I mean, because it's all Uberish. Or if I need a bottle of water, which once I did dip into those $5 to get a bottle of water. You know what I did? I ran across Kettner Street at Sassafras, and the traffic was coming and the light was red or something, and I dropped my bottle of water out of my back pocket because I was running so fast in the middle of the street, and I was like, I didn't even turn around to see if anybody hit it. There was no going back for that. I had already gotten in the way of the people, and I can't remember why I ran through it, although that light takes 20 minutes to change. The trolley's down below it there, and when that goes ding, 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 you are done. But as a pedestrian, it's okay because you can look both ways and cross the tracks. But as a car, the when it comes north, it turns on the gate when it's down at the next station downtown, and it does the load and everything down there, and then it drives all the way up from that station through that intersection to continue on to Old Town. And it's like you have to sit there for that whole thing. It's like when it leaves the other station, can't the arm come down? But I'm just a carpet cleaner. There's probably been too many deaths because they waited too long to put down the arm, and they have to do it to protect the innocent and the COVID. What else do I have to tell you? Walking through the park was nice. They have these trees at Quince Street that are really super gnarly, that are kind of cool, that I like looking at. I'll take a picture of those next time I'm in the park maybe and send it to you. I walked downtown last night to the waterfront, and tonight I was thinking about doing that again. And here's what I do. I go down the same way, and I turn at Laurel to either go downtown, or I turn at Calmia to go up to the park, and I just wait till I get there. And tonight, although I wanted to go downtown because I wanted to take my shirt off and walk into the sun, my body said, nope, you're going to the park tonight. And that's what I did. So I took my shirt off, going up Calmia, let my breasts just flop over San Diego as the airplanes flew overhead. Got a little color on my back because the sun was behind me. And now I'm home finishing painting up these rocks, which I'm almost done, and gonna make dinner. I don't think I'm gonna have anything else to report. I think I've just about talked about, it's $5 Fridays today. And believe it or not, I just don't have the energy to go to the grocery store. And there's really nothing this week. I think they had the large cookies, the large assorted variety cookies for $5. But I don't like the large ones. I like the little ones. And so when they had those, I had those ones where you got 2 bags for $5. I would find the energy to walk over there for that. There was nothing else. It was like probably $5 rotisserie chicken, but I don't get the rotisserie chicken because I don't care for dark meat. And I really and truly do not like I want somebody else to do that job. I'll do just about everything, but I don't want to pick meat off a bone. I like my boneless breasts hand trimmed is what I like. But I buy the cheap stuff where I have to trim off just that little knuckle thing, and I actually cook it because it gives flavor in the chicken in the air fryer, and it makes it kind of crunchy, which is good, but it's kind of dark meatish, so it's not like I would, have a meal out of it. That's enough about me. Happy Friday, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I think it is Labor Day weekend or Memorial Day weekend here, so happy 3-day weekend while I'll be working, sweating, washing shirts. See ya. So I wasn't done talking after all. Here I am again. I was going to make ground turkey, just cook up the meat that I have and make tacos for tonight because I have tacos and I have lettuce. But I bought ground turkey. Did I do a video of that? I didn't. I went to the grocery store the other day, and I like to get 2 pounds of ground turkey. And it was $6 for a pound, $12 for 2 pounds. But 3 pounds the 3-pound pack was $9. So I bought that. But 3 pounds of ground turkey is a pound too much for me. By the time I'm done eating all 3 of these pounds, I'm gonna be done with ground turkey for at least a week. So tonight, since I have so much, and instead of having all this ground beef or ground turkey, I'm gonna make burgers, and they're not even gonna be that big tonight. The last 2 nights I've made huge ones, but I'm gonna make enough so I have ground turkey for my windows open here if you hear traffic going by. I'm gonna have ground turkey tacos tomorrow, and then I'll have ground turkey, some kind of pasta. I'll use the rest of it in my pasta. This pasta sauce. It has the same taco seasoning. I put the same stuff with the burgers as I do with the pasta. It's already seasoned. And I like the balls to be close to even. Which, they look pretty good to me, don't they to you? So last night I watched the shark show on Nova or something. They had this thing about sharks. and they were talking about photographing. You can't tell the size of a shark. They say, oh, there's a 23-footer off New Zealand, but just to see it visually, it's impossible to do it. And they were talking about how they can do photo spectrography or whatever, and that's where they have two divers across from each other with the shark in between or something, or from two different angles, taking a picture of the same shark at the same exact time, and then they will take like a part of the shark, like the eyeball, and measure the distance, and then they can figure out how big the shark is. And I thought to myself, that seems like so much work. There's got to be an easier way. I mean, the great white sharks that they were showing on it were the huge ones that have like a little school of fish that surrounds them. So have one person take a picture of the shark while it's swimming, and then they can take one of those little fish that's swimming around the shark, that's using it for protection, spear that sucker, and then measure that little fish and compare that little fish to the gigantic great white shark. Okay? I don't read the comments, so I'm not going to say comment below, because, somebody probably like, oh no, that can't work because it has to be this or that. But it just seemed like, how are you going to get two people to take a photo at the same exact moment? It just seems silly to me. Plus, the guy was a little too animated in his little wetsuit that he was in, especially when he was interviewing some guy. He was interviewing some guy in a lab. I can't remember what they were talking about in the lab, and it was probably because of the camera. But they were literally pre-COVID, okay? Even pre-COVID, he was this far from the guy and talking right into his face. He's like, "What do you think about pepperoni pizza and pasta on top of that pizza, buddy? Paul? We'll call him Paul. We'll call him Peter Piper." Oh, anywho. Oh, I guess I had a good walk tonight because I am on FIRE today. And my laundry, I think I set my Google timer. I didn't set the microwave timer. So I don't know how long I have on my laundry. And one last thing before I go and let you go. I bought a bag of 8 buns, the cheapies that are on the bottom shelf. They're not top shelf buns. I don't really like that, eat a lot of bread, so I don't want much. This is perfect. But since I had 8 buns, and I knew I was just going to eat them for these couple of burgers, I didn't think I'd eat all of them. I still have these 2 left. But what I did is, for the other 2 nights that I had burgers, this is my 3rd night, I took 2 bottoms. These are the tops. But I took 2 bottoms and put them on the bottom, because if you use these cheapy burgers and you eat something like other than a McDonald's burger in them, they completely disintegrate. And the 2 bottoms, they still disintegrate, but it gives me a little extra oomph. So now I'm left with 2 tops to make two burgers tonight. And I think that's it. I think I've covered it all for you people. So have a good long weekend, like I said earlier. See ya.